All right, yeah. Sorry for the technical error there and me pausing the song by accident, but we do have map bands out right now. Um, and I guess we should introduce the teams first, real quick. So today we're watching a Nexus Div match. As a lot of you know, like a lot of the divisions are coming to a close in their regular season, and we're pretty much in the last week for um, yeah, almost all divs. So this is actually a pretty exciting match. We have Magnitude Tsunami versus Heavy Hitters. Both teams actually have a chance to make it in the playoffs. Heavy Hitters has 18 points, and Magnitude Tsunami has 16 points. So Magnitude Tsunami today gets a win, either a 2-1 win or a domination win, they're gonna have 19 points and get that eighth spot in Nexus Div. Whereas heavy hitters, yeah, if they win or get a domination, obviously they hold on to that eighth seed spot. So lots of playoffs implications here. So it should be a very exciting match. So it seems like we have the first map um, picked. It was Towers of Doom, picked by Magnitude Tsunami, and I'm going to swap the sides. No, sorry, picked by Heavy Hitters, sorry. And Magnitude Tsunami is going to be getting first pick. Yeah, so just waiting for the lobby to start up. I guess I'll talk about random things until then. Welcome everyone. Shout out to Raka for doing a pre-stream raid, which is pretty awesome. I like saw a bunch of people chatting in my chat before I started the stream, and I was like hella confused. I was like, wait, is that from last time? I was like, wait, I don't remember all these people being in my chat last time. But it seems like Raka and friends did a pre-stream raid, which is pretty awesome. So shout out to her, and yeah, everyone else that joined. We also have a new feature here today. We have a Simon cam. You can see him here. That's my cat. Obviously, his name is Simon, and he has a little bed right next to me. Um, I'll try to put the camera on him when he does this, but he also has a mug here. As you can see, it says "Hello there, gorgeous," and then it's filled with water. It's always filled with water. I fill it like twice a day, I think. And yeah, he just sits here and chills with me while I play video games. So just for perspective, I'm right here. Hi. So he's like literally like right there as I do both work and video games, honestly. Um, the reason why he has a mug is because I drink a lot of tea, and yeah, he like was always trying to like drink out of my mug. Um so yeah, I got him his own mug because like I don't know if y'all know this, but like cats, they like to mimic like other people, right? Like the people around them, the cats around them, the humans around them. Um, People theorize that that's one of the reasons why they like to go on laptops, because obviously it's warm, but also because they see the human interacting on the laptop, and they want to like hang out with them, right? So yeah, seems like we have people trickling in. 9 out of 10 people players are here. I'm gonna start the HOTS music, and I think I'm gonna get some hot water. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling that after I'm talking about tea and stuff.
Is Gert still like a reality TV host or something?
Yeah. Also, if you all haven't heard already, there's going to be a tournament on Saturday. It's going to be run by the fantastic people over at Girls Gang Squad. It's actually going to be a tournament in support of Breast Cancer Research Foundation. So there's going to be kind of like donation events and stuff going on for BCRF, Breast Cancer Research Foundation. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun vibe. It's a 8-team single elimination tournament, and I'm not gonna be playing, but I'm gonna be casting. So definitely feel look to check that out. It's gonna start at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. It's gonna be on my stream as well as Plasty's stream and other people's streams as well. It's gonna be my stream, so this channel that you're on right now, Plasty stream, let me just get the full list, Lime stream, and the Sound stream. So 4 different streams for the first round, and then we're gonna consolidate it all onto Plasty's Twitch channel. So yeah, so definitely feel free to check that out. It's gonna be fun. There's also gonna be giveaways too. So there's a lot of items being given away. I think there's like a, what was it, the HyperX Alpha 2 wireless headsets. Those are like the canonical like good gamer headsets, right? There's gonna be like GGS sweaters and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a good time. But make sure you make it. Yeah, and definitely if it wasn't already obvious, hydration check everybody. Make sure you stay hydrated. Really wish this game would start. Okay, looks like both teams are ready. Let's do this. It's like 7:42, right? Like, let's rip it. All right, drink water. I'm gonna need to refill this water bottle. Alrighty. That's the wrong screen. Draft screen. Oh hell yeah! Towers of Doom music. That fucking that guitar. I just used my one F word. So that guitar in the beginning. Jeez. So yeah, looks like we have a Brightwing band. K-Star, I believe, is going to be their healer today. Plays a really great Brightwing. The Haka band on Heavy Hitter side, and Magnitude Tsunami did ban ETC. That's interesting. A lot of people know Tezo Paco as like or Tezo, we'll call him, as a garage player. So banning ETC does leave that garage open. A lot of, if you look at Stats of the Storms, garage was banned against heavy hitters a lot. So it's interesting that they leave that open. Seems like Blaze was banned on the side of heavy hitters, and we'll see what the first pick is. Junkrat. I love the Junkrat pick. Like, he's just an all-around, like, you can't hear the game music. Oh, my bad. Oh, I am so sorry y'all missed the freaking guitar. I gotta set up my settings to make it easier. You know, I'll change it later. So we do have the Mephisto Garage pick on the heavy hitter side. Yeah, those are definitely like the 2 highest banned heroes against them. So it should be pretty fun. Mephisto pretty good in Towers of Doom. Towers of Doom, there's always a chance to come back, right? So that allows room for Mephisto to hit level 16, which is his huge power spike. He's also really good at delaying, right? Because of his shade. He has that extended range. It's pretty safe. Yeah, so I love that pick. Rhaegar Johanna, pretty safe picks over on Magnitude Tsunami side. But yeah. Going back to the Junkrat pick, right? Like, also has very good delay, right? Because of his like his concussion mines, his traps, especially if it goes to moving traps, and also like the frag grenades. So really great pick overall. When I get in Storm League, when I get to higher levels like Diamond, Junkrat is like almost always a ban for me, even after the nerfs. Vala Hanzo. I love the Anduin with the Garage, right? Oh, I love the Anduin with the Garage and the Sonya, right? Because we have the Garage toss stun into the Chastise Anduin route is really strong. And also the Sonya Light Bomb is really strong. So that's a pretty good 3-4 pick over on heavy hitters. So on Magnitude Tsunami, We have Leoric and the one and only Maiev. I'm sure there's gonna. I'm definitely hearing some screams and cheers from the chat already. In particular, Amy. We do have a Maiev pick, so yeah, that should be a pretty fun game. So Leo is interesting too, right? Because oh, we have Genji. Yeah, so Genji is really good. Pairs well with the light bomb, but it's also really good against Junkrat, right? Like, it's hard to hit Junkrat with anything that uh it's hard to hit Genji with anything that Junkrat has. Like, it's hard to hit him with the frag mine balls, it's hard to hit him with the concussion mine, it's hard to hit him with the traps, right? And Junkrat also has kind of a large hitbox, so he's very susceptible to the shurikens, right? So he has a larger hitbox, larger than like Vala, let's say, right? So yeah, I like the Genji pick. Yeah, so let's get the show on the road. The Leo pick is also really interesting, right? Because Leo can like better look for the shade, the Mephisto shade, and then just entomb it. And at level 20, it'll be a silence entomb, so Mephisto will be pretty aft, right? But anyway, let's introduce teams. We have on heavy hitter side, we have Tezo Paco on Garrosh, Du Daniel on Genji, 8 Monkey on Sonya, K-Star on Anduin, and Xananthrium on Mephisto. And on Magnitude Tsunami, we have Arch Valley on Leo, Albatox 30k on Maiev, Logic on Johanna, Waffle Copter on Junkrat, and Absolute Yoda on Rhaegar. Let's check this out. We have Genji dashing right in with his trait, getting some shurikens out. Lots of harass. Johanna did use the condemn, so there's not going to be any for the wave. Johanna does get caught, so users are unstoppable to go out. Sonya gets chunked, but yeah, Sonya does get chunked, and it seems like Magnitude Tsunami does have wave power here. Genji is trying to delay the rotation, and we have Mephisto staying back to clean up that mid wave. Maiev goes in, gets the Garrosh. Garrosh does get pulled. Tosses the Maiev. Maiev doesn't have an E, but is able to trade out. Johanna tries to go in and peel. Genji starts to get low. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, guys. Magnitude Tsunami does have 4 out of 5 melee. It is important to note that Leo is pretty immune to toss, Garrosh toss. Maiev isn't immune, but definitely has a lot of protection. Seems like we have an invade here. Sonya is able to rotate down and push them out, and Heavy Hitters is able to secure the camp. Yeah, Johanna's a tank, so if she gets thrown, she gets thrown. I'm gonna lower the volume on my side real quick. And then, yeah, so Rhaegar is pretty susceptible, I would say. If Rhaegar gets thrown, that's gonna be pretty bad. So we have Maiev and Genji both covering mid. That's the strong thing about both of these heroes. It's good to have mobile heroes on this map so they can kind of like help out with mid, force more pressure onto the offlaners. Seems like someone was gonna get hit by the trap there. So we do have Junkrat going the moving, the shit chattering teeth, and we have Maiev going Q build. And Magnitude Tsunami does seem to be helping out with the mid lane again. So Mephisto went Skull Missile build, Q build. That's pretty standard. Seems like Genji is gonna go X Strike with the Shuriken upgrades. And yeah, this is the interesting thing about Tezo's Garrosh. He goes 100% Bloodthirst build, so it doesn't even get unstoppable. But he does get pulled here. Gets pulled by the Anduin before he gets hit by the concussion mine. There was when Maiev pulled Garrosh, there was a concussion mine that could have been blown here. It was a little bit late on being blown, and Anduin was able to pull Garrosh out, give him unstoppable before he got knocked further into enemy territory. So we do have Johanna channeling, but we just, you know, kind of what I was talking about before. We have the Mephisto stalling. Mephisto and Anduin does get pulled by the Maiev though. But they seem fine. Garash is in the back. Genji in the meantime is helping out with the top right objective. The not respecting the one-on-one, but you know Genji never respects the one-on-one. Heavy Hitters is starting to get low here, with the exception of Genji, who's harassing the backline. He is able to dash and get the kill on Junkrat with Garash. And we have Rhaegar falling now, and yeah, it seems like Heavy Hitters is able to get the point. And meanwhile, top right is still not captured. Sonya is kind of being a very annoying person to this Leo. Maiev does seem to be going down tier 2. It seems like she was caught trying to do the camp. No way. It seems like, yeah, Heavy Hitters is starting to rotate down. Leo starts to back up. Sonya is staying on the objective, but Junkrat gets there in time to cancel that. Genji is harassing the Leo. Garash is trying to make something happen, but Garash gets knocked over the wall with concussion mine and he goes down, getting hit by the fort. That was a really nice concussion mine by Junkrat. But Heavy Hitters in the meantime does get control of the objective there. So they got all 3 objectives, which is pretty huge. They didn't lose too much soak. They're even with the other team. So that's a huge win. Their camp is getting invaded. Genji almost dies, but is able to what is this trait called? Is able to cyber agility and dash away. Oh, but okay, you know what? I didn't even notice that Heavy Hitters was getting the Magnitude Tsunami side. But Anduin does seem to be caught out here. Gets condemned and pulled by the Maiev and goes down. And then we have Magnitude Tsunami's pumpkins hitting the wall. Mephisto is out of position but gets ally tossed. Garash tosses Maiev, but she eased back in. Sonya is making a visit down here and doesn't really seem like they'll be able to kill. Meanwhile, Leo is still soaking top because of that Sonya rotation. That does put Magnitude Tsunami around half a level, 3/4 of a level ahead. We'll see what happens when this top wave is catched. Yeah. Sonya does need to run up there. I like that. Genji needs to help out with mid, and Sonya needs to go up here to catch this bigger wave. So we have Genji Genji hiding here in mid lane in the bush. I like that. And yeah, that creates a 4v3 situation down here for Heavy Hitters. Concussion Mine does blast Genji away and Junkrat to safety. Doesn't really seem like Heavy Hitters is able to find anything. Also, we have Blessed Recovery by Anduin, so that heals Anduin when they lose health, right? So we have Garash that got chunked a lot by the Drain Hope by Leoric. Leoric is looking for something, is able to entomb the Anduin. Remember, Magnitude Tsunami is level 10. Anduin does go down. Seems like there was some sort of stall here. And we have Genji got hit by Shattering Tweets, and Mephisto is able to get the kill on Junkrat. You know, I completely missed that. There were so many things going on. I completely missed the Mephisto kill. But Mephisto is able to go in and stall the Leo, but he's in trouble now. Gets pulled by the Maiev. Garage is getting chunked down here too with the Drain Hope. Mephisto is pretty much dead. Tezelpako does get away with 100 HP. Seems like Mephisto got Endurance of Hate off on these two, but seems like they are trying to get away. Genji seems like they're trying to do something. Is able to get the stall, gets pulled, but doesn't get like pulled, and uses the deflect and dash to get away. But it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to delay anymore here. Yeah, so that objective goes to Magnitude Tsunami, and you know, having 10s first and really helped them, and they were able to capitalize on it, right? Like they knew that they had that 10 advantage, and Leo used their Wraith Walk in and entombed the Anduin. So good job on good job on the Leo there. So we'll see if Heavy Hitters can get something done here. They do have a 10 advantage, but it doesn't seem like they're able to find anything. That was kind of a weird engage angle, right? Like there were people coming in here through this corner and then they went straight to the wave, right? Like if they're gonna try to do a 5v4 situation, I would have rather them more stick to this side and get the flank. 5v4s, like they're good for team fights, but especially on this map, you're losing out on soak, right? Like that whole time Leo was soaking. So when you do 5v4 situations, you really need to get something out of it. But anyway, as I'm talking, Mephisto does get pulled by the Maiev and then pulled out by the Anduin. We find Johanna is thrown in. but a disc is used on the Anduin. Concussion Mine is under them, but it's not used. Meanwhile, Garrosh is getting hit. Light Bomb used on Mephisto, but that doesn't connect either. But Genji dashes in and X-Strikes hits a lot of people. But Ancestral does go out, and I think it was used on Johanna. And everyone is healed up on the Magnitude Tsunami side. So a lot of ultis went out there on the heavy hitter side, right? We had Light Bomb, X-Strike, and Endurance of Hate, as well as a pull. So Maiev being thrown in, she doesn't have her shade, and she goes down. It seems like Heavy Hitters is on the chase, but it doesn't seem like they're going to get anything but chip damage here, which is always good. Chip damage is good. Leo is trying to turn, but he's definitely not going to get it. But it's just good to have pressure there. Johanna checks the bush and finds Garrosh Anduin. Entomb used on Garrosh. He is stuck there. He's getting hit by the Drained Hope. Sanya's trying to help out. Endurance of Hate goes out and hits the Leo. And meanwhile, Johanna is chunked down. Rhaegar's on the run from Genji. But it seems like he's able to get out too. Leo and Junkrat are appealing for that. Meanwhile, Sanya is able to capture the point. So that one goes to Heavy Hitters. And it seems like they are up by 16. What is it called? 16 points? I don't even know what to call them. 16 points. Remember, they got 12 points in the beginning because they got all 3 objectives. So, yeah. Seems like we have Maiev helping out with mid here. So let's look at more talents. Anything interesting? Junkrat does double down on the trap talents, which makes sense. Seems like Leo's going weight block build, so that's pretty good, right? Like damage reduction build. Damage reduction and better initiation range. So we have Rhaegar thrown in. Chastise does hit. Durance hits too. Ancestral Healing is attempted but doesn't go off. Johanna is getting dangerously low too and is taken down when the Genji comes in. So that was really nice. I really like watching Dude Daniel's Genji. Like, it's hella good. But anyway, we have a 2-on-1 situation over here. Entomb used on Sanya. Sanya is able to get out with her Ancient Spear. But Leo is continuing to do the top camp and Maiev is able to push her out. But using that the numbers advantage that Heavy Hitters got, they are able to get these pumpkins, which hits the fort. But this top tower it's pretty close to going down, right? But it seems like Dude Daniel has something to say about that. Is able to chunk out the Leo, but Leo is able to escape with their upgraded Wraith Walk. We have Sanya doubling that. Wait, what is this? Huh. It seems like we have Shard of Hate instead of... There's a Skull Missile talent here. But it seems like we have Shard of Hate instead. That's interesting. So basic attacks trigger Lord of Hatred, right? Oh, and basic attacks really. So we have Junkrat though, and is able to get out with Concussion Mine. Durance of Hate used on Johanna, Rhaegar. Ancestral Healing on Junkrat, but Rhaegar goes down instead. No, the Noble Sacrifice. Johanna goes down too. We have Leo Wraith walking in, damage reduction on a lot of people. Garrosh still is in there, using Decimate on everyone. Tosses the Leo out. Meanwhile, Maiev goes down and Garrosh does go down because he's getting hit by the fort. And Sanya is channeling the objective, but pauses so that Heavy Hitters can get this last fort. Dang. Yeah, that Rhaegar, like, could have used Ancestral on himself, but saved the Junkrat instead. And look, Junkrat's still alive. Like, if Rhaegar used it on himself, Junkrat would have died, but they used it on Junkrat instead. What a healer, right? Like, that's the type of healer you want on your team. I also, after this, I want to see where... Oh, there's a Hate used on Johanna, but she is able to Iron Skin out of it. That was interesting.
I knew I could do that. I've opened my tunnel as well.
Oh yeah, he did complete the quest. Snap. I don't know when that happened, but good on him. Oh, we have Johanna going down here. Sorry, I like completely blanked out. And I was just thinking about quests. Yeah, Maiev still hasn't... Oh, it's a 0 out of 4. Yeah, yeah, it's a hard game. It seems like Heavy Hitters is going to opt to defend this fort, which is pretty standard, and just like kind of abuse these two camps, right? And also that gives them protection for the bot lane. Maiev is going to look for something here on the Sanya, but Leo's kind of low. She also did kind of show her hand here, right? with that shade. Garash is pushing mine, but he should be fine. Yeah, we'll see if the Nan3 does the lightning reaction combo where you trigger 2 lightning reactions. Oh, Blessed Shield was used on Mephisto, but anyone is able to pull him out. Seems like Magnitude Tsunami is going to go heavy on this fort while giving up 2 of the objectives. Leo is channeling top right, but Genji is able to stop. Genji uses X-Strike on the Leo and kills him! So, yo. Dude, Daniel's Genji is crazy. Also, I like completely did not know that was gonna be good GG. But that X strike, yo, I think like I like watching Dude Daniel's Genji because his X strikes like are lit. Like his X strikes hit. Like he's really freaking good at hitting those. I probably shouldn't say it too much so people don't ban it against him, but like I always enjoy watching it. But anyway, that was like, was that like? I felt like that was like kind of short, but whatever. Let's move on. Anyway, so we have Mephisto topping the damage charts. Makes a lot of sense. It's a Mephisto, right? He also hit 16. Johanna with 5 deaths actually. So seems like they were able to put a lot of pressure on the tank. So that makes a lot of sense, right? Because like other than Blessed Shield, it's hard for Johanna to pressure Mephisto. And Mephisto was the one staying top. So it does make sense that they were able to put a lot of pressure on this Johanna. Yeah, moving on. Talents seem pretty standard, right? Like Wraithwalk honestly to me is like the most viable talent in like competitive, just because it is like the most consistent, right? Like AA, you might just get kited or CC'd to death. Drain Hope, you might just get kited to death, right? But Wraithwalk, you can't really kite just because how fast the upgraded Wraithwalk is. It's actually not any faster. It's just longer. But yeah, still point still stands. A Q build Maiev, so that like it's not so like E build Maiev, you have the E on faster cooldown, but for Q build Maiev, the Qs are stronger, right? But it did seem like Maiev did have a hard time finishing the pin down quest, which is not like a huge deal, but you do need at least 1 or 2 in these to like make it worth it. So like that I think was kind of like a struggle. Yeah, I think like the other thing, obviously like the 100% Bloodthirst is like very interesting. The Decimate is also interesting with that too, right? Because Decimate kind of looks like Bloodthirst 2, so it's like almost 100% Bloodthirst talents. But anyway, like, yeah, it turns Garrosh into more like a bruiser, because he's like the way that I played Garrosh is like, I'm like Highlandering in on my mount, you know, and I play it mad quick and I just toss stun and then I walk out, right? And I use Unstoppable during that. Whereas this, it makes you a lot tankier, right? Because you have the CDR on the Bloodthirst based on basic attacks. You get the double charge on, you get 2 charges of Bloodthirst. And then you also reduce, this is pretty standard at 7, but you also reduce people's spell power with it. So you're especially with the Decimate too, you're just like walking around being tanky. So you're a lot more tankier with this build. Let's see where people are. Seems like map wasn't created yet. What else do we see? I did really like the Leo engage when Magnitude Tsunami had 10s, right? Like the Leo engage on the Anduin, and they got the point after that engage. They used their numbers advantage to continue team fighting, get heavy hitters off the point. Unfortunately, we didn't really see a lot of that afterwards. So like it did seem like heavy hitters won a lot of the skirmishes, right? And that made it so that Magnitude Tsunami was never really able to get like a 5v5 team fight, which a lot of these ultis depend on. Like Blessed Shield, it's a 5v5 ulti, or like huge team fight ulti. Entomb, huge team fight ulti. So like it did seem like heavy hitters did win a lot of these skirmishes. So. Yeah, not to say that Blessed Shield and Entomb can't be used in like 1v1 or like small skirmishes too, you know, but I think y'all know what I mean. Yeah, shoot. So that was the match. I'm gonna refill my water bottle since apparently I'm somehow empty already. I worked out today, so I'm a thirsty gal. Like literally speaking, like biologically speaking. So calm down, guys. I didn't mean any other way. But it does seem like we have a map lobby out, so I'll join that first. And then in the meantime, I'll put this up, and then I'll add Alterac Pass and say that Heavy Hitters won that. And it seems like Heavy Hitters picked this map. Alright, I'm back. Hydration check, everybody. Simon flipped his head like a burger. Oh my lord. Alrighty, so let's do this. Sorry. I was just kind of adding to the vibe. So let me move this cat cam for now. Block the draft. And so it doesn't block Dude Daniel. But I'll move it back later. Alright, let's see. I mean, like, Junkrat's pretty good on this map too, right? So, Magnitude Tsunami, Waffle Copter might pick Junkrat again. Yeah, Hogger. Pretty expected. So on this map, right, you want to ban heroes that are good at camp clear. Hogger, Blaze too. When people blame Hogger, people usually blame Blaze in response because those are the two like S tier, triple S plus mega tier offlaners. So you really don't want the other team to get one and you don't have the other. But they're both good at camp clear. We do have the Respect Anduin ban. K-Star did do a really great job with the pulls and denied a lot of the kills. So yeah, that is banned. And then also like if somebody picks Genji again, right? Like Anduin is pretty annoying. Oh yeah, so we do have the Junkrat pick by Wafflecopter again. You can't clear, right? Mephisto, yo, this dude loves Mephisto. Garage pick? No, Brightwing. Tezo might pick Nubrak instead, because you can cheese the camp here with the Nubrak, right? Like you can spawn 2 beetles. You can do it with 2 beetles. You can spawn 2 beetles, and then cap the point. But it seems like Logic is able to get that Anubrak exactly for the reason I said. He's just an all-around good hero on this map. He is one of the better engagers on this map, right? Too, because there's not a lot of bushes, right? So you can't like, it's hard to use the bushes to engage. But Anubrak is able to kind of like get around that a little bit because his burrow charge has such long range and it's really fast, right? So yeah. And we have the Rhaegar pick. Yeah, that Rhaegar, yeah. That Junkrat is probably super happy that Rhaegar was picked, right? Like the Junkrat's like, yeah, I'm gonna get more Ancestrals. I would be happy if I was the Junkrat. Oh yeah, so if you haven't already, thanks for joining the stream today. But if you haven't already, if you can give me a follow, that'd be really great. What I really want is that I want 50 followers. Because if you get 50 followers, you get to have this feature where people... Oh wait, we have a different offlaner. It was Ape Monkey last game, but now it's Sugar. But anyway, so like if you get 50 followers, you get this feature where you can give out channel points to people, and then you can also bet those channel points, right? So how awesome would it be, especially during the playoffs, if we can bet on who's gonna win, right? And then let's say like you can use channel points for different things. Like you can do channel points. You can use your channel points to like hydration checks. You can do channel points to like make me do like a weird face or something like that. You can do channel points to do like to request Simon Cam, right? Yeah, so yeah, if you want to see more commentary like this, I think Amy's talking about her own commentary, or I don't really know. But yeah, if you want to give me a follow, that'd be really great. I have 39 followers right now. Really want to hit that 50. It's really all I'm asking for. But anyway, thanks so much for joining. But anyway, so for the rest of the picks, we get the Garage Sonya Genji on Heavy Hitters and the Haka Chromie on Altaric Pass. Love the Genji pick again. This is gonna be awesome. Seems like we have some like troll swaps here. Hopefully they get it in time. Chromie, hella good on this map too, right? Like the traps are super strong. Because the traps are super strong in this map because they help delay. Her Dragon's Breath and Q, whatever it's called, also help her delay. In addition, the Heavy Hitters doesn't have a cleanse, right? So love the Chromie pick here. It's going to turn black for a second. I am going to move the cat cam. Oh wow. So we have cat cam in place. The hecka? Alright, I'm gonna announce the teams real quick. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna do it in auction style. I'm gonna do it mad fast, right? Alright, hold on. Alright. And over on the heavy hitter side, we have Kesar on Brightwing. Okay, this is not very fast. We have Sugar on Sonya, Zenanthrium. I'm gonna stop. Zenanthrium on Mephisto, Tezo Packer on Garage, Dude Daniel on Genji, and Manitou Tsunami side, we have Logic on the Nubrak, Avotox 30k on Chromie, Arc Valley on the Haka, Absolute YOLO on Rhaegar, and Wafflecopter on Junkrat. Yeah, maybe in the future I'll be able to do it fast. So the thing about Nubrak into Garage is that if a Nubrak doesn't have Burrow Charge out, that puts a Nubrak at a huge risk, right? Because he's not that tanky. So if he doesn't have the escape, it's kind of risky. But we do see the toss on the Nubrak. He is able to Burrow Charge out, but Garage gets skunked out. He was getting hit by a lot of things, and he got concussion mine back into the gate. So even after the Brightwing Z hyper shift, he is half health. Also, the thing about Heavy Hitter's side, oh, I love that. Holy moly, he like went up to these double gates and continued harassing the Chrome. Yo, I'm telling you, yo, people are sleeping on Dude Daniel's Genji. Like, holy moly. It does seem like Magnitude Tsunami is like light years ahead of Heavy Hitters on the camp. Sonya is able to get it. I was wondering, I was like, who's gonna do the camp on Heavy Hitter side? It seemed like it had to be Sonya, but she was stuck up top and was a little bit late to leave. So now we have Magnitude Tsunami's camp rolling out, about to hit the wave even before Heavy Hitters is, you know, they're not even like a third done with this camp. So this is going to start hitting the wall. Mephisto does move mid to try to help out with the clear. They don't really have good camp clear here, right? Like, Mephisto not really good at camp clear. Genji not good at camp clear. Though, yo. I mean, like, this dude, right? Like, Jesus. Anyway, Heavy Hitters is able to clear the camp, but they do get a lot of damage onto their wall. The gate goes down by a lot, and one of the towers goes down by a lot. But let's see what the clapback is like here. Oh, the concussion mine messes it up so much, but it seems like they are doing a lot of damage on this wall too. Komi is able to help out. One tower goes down, gate goes down, and they... I don't know if they're gonna get this, but that's a lot. Genji does rotate mid, harasses in the fort, uses deflect to protect him, but is chunked down to half. Meanwhile, we had the Nubrak top that whole time. Garage seems like he was trying to go in, but got hit by a lot. The objective is about to start. We have the Nubrak going in, Burrow Charge misses, Impel does hit the right wing, does get tossed in. He's in trouble now. Oh, he got hit by the gate tiles and got this like nuked down. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, right? Like that Burrow Charge, you gotta be like super careful about the Burrow Charge because yeah, once it's used and you get tossed, you don't really have an escape, right? Like, I remember when I was playing with my coach and I was playing a Nubrak against the Garage, like, I don't really like doing Impale then Burrow Charge just because it's so predictable and it's so unreliable. Like, but I think Garage is one of the heroes where you kind of have to rely on that Impale first and then trying to check out the situation and then Burrow Charge afterwards for the kill secure. So we do have a Nubrak trying to cheese the objective. Burrow charges out. He is getting hit by the Genji still. Sonya does Ancient Spear him and he is down to half HP. Seems like Heavy Hitters is going to do the objective now, but it does seem like they're getting stalled. The Haka is heading to Genji. Genji gets the hyper shift. Drag from the Haka misses. And Sonya is able to spin out. It seems like we have a 5v5 situation here with Chromie staying here, so that she has easy access to the objective. So it looks like Sonya tapped. Oh, my screen sometimes goes like wild. I'll try not to do that. The Haka is getting chunked out. Used his burrow, but is safe now. Yeah, this is gonna be really hard for the Heavy Hitters to get because Junkrat, Chromie, they're gonna need to get a kill. They are trying to hit a Nubrak. Nubrak needs to burrow charge out. But Garage is getting chunked here. Gets hit by the echoes. Oh, and goes down. So that was a really great time trap by the Garage. Meanwhile, Heavy Hitters does get the objective. Impel hits the Mephisto. Logic did get time trap. We have the Haka going down here. It gets chased down by the Genji. It also gets the hyper shift. The Heavy Hitters does have numbers here. It's a 4v... Oh, it's a 4v4. Yeah, it's a 4v4. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, it's really hard to do anything against the Genji with Junkrat, right? If Komi is trying to take the point back, they did get the point back, but goes down for it. And it seems like this is going to be Heavy Hitters' point. Oh yeah, Garage died first, so when they got the Haka kill, it was still 4v4. For some reason, I thought that Heavy Hitters got a kill before the Garage died. But anyway. Yo, I am like complete fangirling over fucking... Alright, I used the second F word. This is now an R-rated cast, everybody. But anyway, yeah, fangirling over Dude Daniel's country. Seems like Heavy Hitters is able to get a camp out with the objective. So let's see what they do with this. They do have the entire mid wall down here. And that it seems like Magnitude Tsunami is focusing there. If Garage going behind enemy lines is slowed by the slowing stance, getting hit by the fort and the echo, but Genji is now in the backline. I think Chromie is in trouble here. Jeez. this dude was just a distraction, right? Like he just went in here, just like strolled, and the whole time Genji was running in and took down the Chromie. Alright, so it seems like Heavy Hitters is concentrating on this bot fort. They do seem like they're gonna try to take it down. And yeah, I don't really see any way that these three are going to be able to defend this. Unless there's a huge concussion mine and mine combo. I mean trap combo, but yeah, it's not really happening. But they do have to watch out though. Oh, Genji does get trapped, but it's not like... it seems like Manitou Tsunami is not able to get anything out of it. And Heavy Hitters is running straight to the boss while Manitou Tsunami is doing the camp. Wow, this is... That's a good play. I mean, they saw Magnitude Tsunami go from here upwards, right? So they knew that if they went on the boss as soon as possible, that they'd be there much earlier. It seems like they are going to try to get the camp. I don't think they'll reach the boss. I think that's a little bit optimistic. Yeah, so they're gonna try to clear the camp here. Dehaka did dig down here. Excuse me. Why do they call it dig? It's not. It's brush stalker. It's like dig, burrow, drag. It's so confusing. But Genji is hiding in the bush here, looking for a gank. Goes on the Nubrak. Nubrak is left alone. Nubrak bro charges out, but it does get hit by the toss. And yeah, it seems like he's gonna go down here. Yeah, Nubrak did get left behind. Everyone hearth back to try to get this boss, and Nubrak was caught out and couldn't hurt back. Like the Genji kept hitting him. Garage got one decimate on him and was able to predict the burrow charge. The Numac also doesn't have the range on the burrow charge, right? So the burrow charge is shorter, so it's not as good as an escape tool. Yeah, so... But they are able to get back in time. It's not like it's going to be a 5v4 on the objective, but that, all things considered, does give Heavy Hitters a talent lead. Cocoon goes off on the garage. Burrow charge hits Mephisto, and Impel also hits these two, but there's no really follow up. Meanwhile, we have Garage tossing the Chromie back. Chromie is in the stasis. Riptire gets out. Chromie goes down by the Genji shurikens. Now Genji is chasing down the Rhaegar. Oh my, I'm telling you, these S-strings are wild! And then the difference of hits the Nubrak, but he's able to burrow charge out. He hit all three. He hit the one diagonal, two diagonals, and the double diagonal. Seems like Junkrat uses Concussion Mine to try to protect this camp, but with that on cooldown, it does seem like it's going to be there along with the objective. There does seem like there was some skirmish, but Heavy Hitters is able to confirm it. So let's look at the structures. We have no gate on top, no gate / wall mid. Half a gate mid for Heavy Hitters, no gate top for Heavy Hitters, healthy gate bot for Heavy Hitters. But anyway, seems like we're gonna have a 1-4 Sonya's top, and the rest of the team is mid. Garage is looking for something here on the side. Is able to get a decimate toss stun on the Junkrat. X-Strike hits, dash, and Central is able to hit the Junkrat, but during the hit does hit the Rhaegar, and he is getting slowed by the decimate. Genji is still going on the Junkrat. Is able to get him, and before the cocoon hits. See, yo, Genji versus Junkrat, it's trouble for the Junkrat. Like, I remember last season I was in Divs C West, C as in cocoon, and I would play some Junkrat. I was not good at all, but whenever I would face a Genji, like, I would have a lot of trouble. I would have to go the movement speed talent at level 1. So like when you don't have any more grenades in the frag launcher, you get movement speed just for like the additional mobility. All I'm trying to say is it's a bad matchup for the Junkrat. Durance of Hate goes out and hits the Nubrak. Nubrak gets polymorph. Mephisto does get hit by the Riptire, but that was just a shade and he is able to get to safety. But the Brightwing does get hit by the drag. Isolation hit on Mephisto. Seems like Heavy Hitters is trying to run. Mephisto gets hit by the Impel. Shades in a different direction. X-Strikes hits 2. Mephisto is dragged, but Dude Daniel is able to get down. Oh my god, he's able to get down the 2 squishies. He's having a heyday right now. What? He's just able to do whatever he wants. Goes in on the Rhaegar. Dashes out. Yo, pick this hero more, my dude. I'm sorry, like, am I focusing too much on that? Like, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Like, this is kind of crazy, right? the Haka goes down after a leap. But like, did you see that? Like he dashed to kill the Chromie, was able to get out of the keep, dashed this way. He stayed out of the keep aggro by dashing this way and just walked out. Anyway, so we have heavy hitters. This is kind of like dangerous, but it doesn't really seem like Tsunami saw that. They also didn't really know where the rest of heavy hitters were, and they are down a talent here. And it is like 16 run, right? Like the mental. It would have been nice to at least peek in there, though. What is Simon looking at? He's not looking, he's just pondering. There's really nothing here to look at. Maybe he's trying to get a look at like himself, right, on the cast. I mean, like, if this isn't an emo album cover, like, I don't know, like, this is just like pondering, what is it called? Feline pondering in solitude. That's the album cover. But anyway, heavy hitters gets the boss down pretty early. Is gonna run top. They do encounter Tsunami. They're not gonna let them out. Nubrak gets bursted down with the leap and the dash. Yeah, so like whenever like you're Genji and someone on your team stuns someone, whether it's like a taunt or like a leap, I learned that the combo is either dash or use your extended range on the cyber agility, X strike on the stun target so that you hit all the X strikes. So that's gonna be 1000 damage, right? Because each slash is 274 and then the X itself is 557, so it's 1000 damage ulti, and then you kind of try to finish them with the shuriken, right? So that's why I learned what the combo was from actually this dude. But anyway, so it seems like heavy hitters is trying to do the objective here. They are able to find the garage. Genji in the back line. Drag hits the garage. Ooh, leap hits 3. X strike follows up. They're having a heyday in the back line. Like Sanya, Genji in the back line, that is danger. Oh my god, the shurikens. But it seems like Sanya is gonna pay for it. Rhaegar gets tossed, but there's not too much follow-up. Oh, never mind. Psych! He does go down. And heavy hitters does cap the objective. This is gonna be ooh, decimate. Lets the garage catch up to the Junkrat. Junkrat goes down. Drag on the garage, but I think he's fine. Cleanse used a little bit late, but cleanse is used. Hyper shift heals garage back to the healthy amount. GG is called already. I mean, heavy hitters does have level 20. It's 20 and 2, and these objectives have still yet to go in. And they do have the 2 lanes open for the win condition. They're already starting to hit the objective already. Chromie gets tossed, X strike out, but Chromie is in the stasis. During some hate, hits Rhaegar and Nubrak. They are getting chucked out. Yeah. People are pinging. Yeah, people like the Mephisto game. And yeah, it seems like we have people leaving the game already. But yeah, that was a really great game. Like, holy F. I'm not allowed to say the F word anymore. I'm banned. I'm banned from saying the F word, but holy F. But anyway, yeah, so we have like Chromie 7 deaths. That does make sense, like the Genji, right? Like it would have been good to maybe see some Peel on the Genji, like a cocoon, but it's hard because I'll explain it later. Top damage by Mephisto again, 0 deaths by Mephisto Genji. I mean, there was only really 2 kills. Oh, let me switch to the in-game summary screen since, you know, that adds a lot of quality of life. And let me put down this chat. And oh wait, that's interesting. So a lot of people like to get greater cleanse, whatever it's called. It seems like K-Star got the shield on the phase shift, and then the polymorph extra slow and percent damage. Cool. I mean, that's legit. Yeah, pretty normal talents. Yo, F talents. I'm not gonna talk about talents. But like, okay, so the interaction. So I learned this with Tracer. Actually, playing against this team. So Albatox 30k went Tracer, and I was a Nubrak, and I was having like so much trouble, like with them because it was hard because I couldn't cocoon anyone. I felt like I couldn't cocoon anyone else because the Tracer would just burn down my cocoon really fast, and I felt like I couldn't cocoon the Tracer because the Tracer could just recall and dodge it, right? And that's kind of similar with cocooning Genji, right? Like the fear is that Genji can just dodge it with the X Strike. But the thing about that with both Genji X Strike and Tracer recall is that it then makes their positioning predictable, right? So Tracer, you see like this little mark on the ground where she's gonna end up after the recall, and Genji, the X Strike, it's pretty obvious where he's gonna end up, right? So I did learn that like if these troubles, if you're a Nubrak, and if these heroes are giving you trouble, like even if they dodge the cocoon, it's worth it because then you stun lock combo them afterwards, and that counts as a PO. Otherwise, both Genji and Tracer, you're not gonna hit them with the Burrow Charge Impale, so like the cocoon is worth a lot. Anyway, that's what I'm not trying to comment on this dude's play or anything like that, but I'm just kind of like rambling about things that I learned right from my coaches. But anyway, so what other things of note? Brightwing, oh my lord. So we have 88k healing on Brightwing. I mean, this is healing and shields, right? Yeah, so I guess like the extra shields like really boosted her healing. I mean, I want to get boosted. But anyway, so we had slowing stands build by Chromie. I wonder why Chromie went slowing stands instead of time temporal loop. I guess because as she was temporal looping, she would be getting hit by the Genji the whole time, right? Like, so yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, killer leap X strike combos, those were really good. Yeah, good games overall. The Decimate was interesting, right? Like the Decimate helped the Garage get into range a lot. So like a lot of people like the Decimate to get into range, right? Because the Decimate slows people down by 40%, and then you're able to get into range to toss them. I'm a taunt kind of girl. I honestly never go Decimate, but I could see why people like it, and we kind of saw it, right? Like at the end near the mid keep, Garage was able to use Decimate to catch up to the Junkrat and throw him. But yeah. Yeah, good games. And oh wait, let me officially change the scoreboard. So yeah, good games, really by both teams. Really hard fought game. There were some really nice plays on both sides. Like remember on Magnitude Tsunami side, like the Tomb combo, right, to leverage that level 10 advantage. Really nice Genji plays by Dude Daniel. You know, I'm not gonna name everyone out, so I'm gonna stop right there with the individual calls. But really, just really great game. Congratulations, Heavy Hitters, on making it into the playoffs. And yeah, I think wait. They made it into the playoffs, right? I think they have the same amount of points as my team. Yeah, they have the same amount of points as my team. We have the same exact stats. We both have 22 points. We both have 5 dominations. We both have 12 wins, 12 losses. But I think we should be the higher seed because we beat them. So I think we will stay in 7th seed and they will stay in 8th seed. Yeah, cool, interesting. But anyways, Dude Daniel was asking if I do interviews. I told them no, unless they really want to. Fuck. Oh, I said it again, but technically, I'm not casting anymore, right? Like, the cast is done. I can say whatever I want. I can say... I'm not even gonna push it, right? Yeah. I don't know. What do I do now? Shoot. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look for a raider, or I could keep playing. Let's see who's on, y'all. Wait. Why are they in the lobby again? Am I... Oops. I also whispered GG's to the wrong person. Why are they in the lobby again? I'm so confused. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna ignore it. I think I'm gonna restart the stream real quick so that I can get rid of the... Actually, I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing first. My team is trying out a new tank player, so I can't play next season because I have a surgery like in like the worst time possible. It's like right in the middle of the season, like when the bulk of the games are being played. So I'm not gonna play NGS next season. So my team is looking for a tank and they're trying them out. So I could go watch that. I could do Deadlock ranked. I could do ARAM or maybe Storm League if I have to be convinced. We have Amy spamming, my mod is spamming butthole in my chat. Is this allowed? Is this allowed, everyone? We have Amy abusing her powers and spamming butthole in the chat. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever I do, I'm gonna stream a game. I'm gonna stream one game of something at the very least. So let me restart the stream and get rid of the delay. I'll be right back.